Hi! I'm gonna read a book. It's so sunny where I am. Not the best for videos, but I think it's good for this story. But it's at a different time of day than the story takes place. This story is called How to See Fairies. Have you ever seen a fairy? This is going to teach us how. How to see fairies. You see, this guy, he's looking for the fairies. They're hiding down here. He's not looking very well. So often, when I sleep at night, my dreams are overladen with visions of the fairy folk, led by a tiny maiden. They dance upon my furrowed brow, till I have all but woken, and this is what they say to me, in words so softly spoken. If you are up at dead of night, or just before the dawn, then you might see the fairy folk dancing on the lawn. Here they are, dancing. And so I rise and stumble out to crawl on hands and knees, where fairy lamps illuminate the purpley shadowed trees. The glowing slice of crescent moon is like a silver shaving. It's often swung about on threads by fairies misbehaving. I look between the muddled roots of trees, and if I'm quick, I'll see an elf boy scurry by to save a fallen chick. If I blink and miss him, he'll be back upon the morrow, looking for some baby food and pantaloons to borrow. Pantaloons, pants, look, this boy has no pants. He has to look for some. Then I find my thoughts grow light, my eyes with visions gleam. At last I know that fairy folk are not a passing dream. Okay, this is the second section of the book. It's called The Pocket Guide to the Little People. You see all those little people in there living in the plants? Your equipment. Okay, this is the equipment we have to get to find the fairies. Your equipment to help identify the fairy folk. A large leaf to hide under. A large leaf. And a listening device to pick up tiny sounds. We need like a trumpet to listen. A magnifying glass to keep them in your sight. The fairy folk seldom go out without their camouflage hats. So here, see, they have these hats. So you might have to look at under things like mushrooms and nests and little eggs because the fairies might be hiding underneath. The surest path to the realm of the little people is the one taken with gentle steps and an open heart. For the fairy folk are full of nature's wisdom. They can sense a human heartbeat from a mile away. They can hear your heart beating a whole far, far, far away. So they know you're coming so they can hide. Flower fairies love to dance, and they are so light that when they prance in the blackberry bush, they don't hurt themselves at all. Even if you happen by, they will stand perfectly still, pretending to be summer blossoms or dandelions or moths. I think she's a moth. The fairy babes hide in secret places. You maybe spot one in a tiny snail shell or napping in a thrush's nest. Autumn fairies gather nuts and berries, which they pound into delicious cakes. They are served at elfin banquets. By far the best time to view the little people, especially when they have eaten so much cake that they cannot fly away quickly. Do you feel like that sometimes when you eat so much birthday cake? Oh, maybe when you eat so much birthday cake, you want to just fly away. But when you eat so much food, you can't run away quickly. Maybe. When the sky has fewer stars than it had the night before, then you know the lamplighters been at work mixing stars and luminous dew to paint the glow on the fireflies. After dusk, the fireflies light the fairy paths like street lamps. Feathered fairies live in the nests atop the tallest pine trees. They love the birds so much that they help to feed the young ones when their parents attend choir practice. Look! These birds are going to choir practice, and these fairies, are feeding the little birds while their parents go out. Fungi folk. Do you know what fungi is? Fungi is a mushroom. We don't leave any footprints. They don't have any feet, so they can't leave any footprints. See these guys? They help us a lot. They're medicinal. Sometimes they're poisonous, so don't eat them, but they're good to have around. Last page. Heaven above and the earth we love. The wee folk believe in mutual respect between all living things, the fairy creed. That means that we all love each other and we respect everybody and everything and all the living beings and plants and stars and the earth and the rivers. So many things. Here's the final picture. Oh, you see all those beautiful fairy things? I love this book. It's one of my favorites. I'm so glad I got to share it with you today. And we'll think about some fairy things to make. Maybe you can think about some fairy things to make, like a fairy garden outside, or, there's so many cool things to do. I'm going to think about it and I'm going to share some pictures with you. Okay? I hope you have a very wonderful day.